or defensively for his team to hold things off. So that's really where it's going to come in, the timing of when to use all of these different things to really give your team an advantage.
Well, through game one, obviously Team TV going to be in control there. Who really stood out for you? Were there any plays you really like? Maybe stood out to you?
Tommy was amazing with the
differently?
Annihilator pistol. I mean, he was just
hard to argue that
with that. But Buzzo, with that Man of War assault rifle, he is so good and accurate.
Yeah, you saw. I mean, he was that guy kind of playing for streaks, and that's going to be again a new dynamic that we're going to have in Black Ops 3. You saw him play a little more reserved, able to pick up quite a few kills. We were talking about how well Buzzo's been playing in this game. We actually have him set up with a live interview over with Scott.
Buzzo, as a fan watching you play, is really incredible. Obviously, a little bit of a tough break, but how did it feel to get into kind of the first competitive match?
Oh, it was amazing. We were playing before. We've been practicing for the last day and a half. We played before actually, and it was really close. We had an uplane game. We lost by a point. That map there, we lost by a point. That one wasn't that close. We got destroyed. It was very fun. It's traditional sort of Black Ops 2 style, but it's reinvented. So your 3 lanes, very simple. Everything makes sense for competitive. If you're in a point, they should be coming from one point, and it's all simple. It all makes sense, which is great for us competitive players. Yeah.
I just want to ask you real quick. I got to know, was there money exchanging hands when he got the Protect for your Man of War, which you've been not doing too bad with over the last couple of games?
Yeah, no, well, we've been joking, the last day and a half, we've just been joking about it because the very first few games I was dropping 40, 50 kills, everyone else was around the 20 mark, and then after the first 5 games, everyone just started banning it. So there was a bit of money exchange with me and Teeb, but it was, I think the way the ban and protects work, it works good like that. If I'm an assault rifle player and they want to shut me down a bit, they can take out my, number 1 gun. So that sort of tries to make me a bit more versatile and I have to use, say, a submachine gun or a different assault rifle that I'm not used to using. So that's where the whole ban and protect comes in very perfect. You can just change someone's complete play style in an instant like that.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time with us. I'm excited to see you play your next round. Thanks again. All right, now, Vahn, this is the first time you've seen your game played at a competitive level. How are you feeling about that?
Obviously it feels really good to watch the game be played at this level. It's been 3 long years waiting for this day. This was just an idea on a piece of paper for a very long time. So to finally watch bans and protects be used in practice, watch the process of the specialist draft actually come together. Of course, with this important milestone done, the next step is to get this in everybody's hands.
Well, speaking of everybody's hands and getting, going ahead to launch, how does, as Treyarch as a studio, kind of philosophically think about the balance between making a really compelling esports experience, but at the same time making it accessible and enjoyable for the fans at home?
It's an important question, and I get asked about this fairly frequently, right? There's little difference philosophically between people that engage with the esports features and those that log in and jump into a public match. We're striving for a balanced and competitive game all the time. Anyone needs to be able to play and enjoy it, needs to be on an equal playing field. We want to see the best competition in every game. And, starting with Black Ops 1, we made some good strides with the esports initiative. Going into Black Ops 2, we were able to grow the competitive agenda. But Black Ops 3, we believe these features are really going to help expose competitive to a broader audience by giving every player agency over what they deem competitive with the protects and ban system.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, you're creating a path for players who play, competitively maybe on a personal level, but aren't part of a formal pro team. Tell us a little more about Arena and how that really differs from League play.
That's a very important point to make. Arena is the ranked online play and the replacement for League play in Black Ops 3. In Arena, you are ranked on wins and wins alone. If you win, your rank goes up. If you lose, your rank goes down. All this is visualized for the player with a really simple numbering. At this point in development, there are 20 ranks as well as a master's division at the top. Every 5 ranks, you need to string together even more wins to go to the next level, so it gets progressively harder. Now, this system has some built-in protections that we're excited about. For example, you need to lose 2 games in a row in order to be demoted. You lose 2 steps in the ranking system if you quit out of games. But we don't let you be demoted out of your skill tier to prevent reverse boosting. So as a player, this is very easy to follow. You have a number. The bigger that number is, the higher rank you are. The number goes up when you win games, and all the ranking is done at an individual level. So you have a rank, and I have a rank. You don't have to try to assemble the same 3 to 5 people every time you want to play, although it doesn't hurt to play with the same people every time. That only helps you win. Arena will improve the experience for everyone because of how accessible it is.
So basically, long story short, what you're saying is there's no way for anyone at the office to contest how I'm pretty much way better than them all the time.
You are not better than anybody at our office, but you better work your way into Masters League if you'd like to be invited over to the studio anymore.
All right. So while you and I argue about who has the better score per minute, let's toss it back to Mr. X and Maven to set up the next match.
All right, thanks, guys. Matt, there was a very common misconception throughout Black Ops 2 that I only got to my Master's rank on the back of you and Rambo Ray.
It's 100% true.
It may be 100% true, but now, in Arena, it's individual. I'm going to stand on my own 2 big boy feet, and I'm going to climb my way to the top without you.
I'm excited they've taken measures, for the reverse boosting and the players quitting out.
Absolutely.
And it's just a much better system.
Yeah, it sounds phenomenal. Everything we've heard about Arena. I love, my favorite part of it is, as stupid as it sounds, it's so simple, but I love when you move up, you lose, you move down.
It's simple.
Doesn't get much simpler, right?
Extremely competitive.
Yeah.
And that's what I think everyone's going to love about it.
I can't wait. It's exciting stuff. Now, you did see a game number 1. Again, it was Combine Hardpoint. We're going to be looking forward to game 2. SND, Search and Destroy, a staple of the Call of Duty esports community. It is going to be played on Hunted. Now, Hunted is a big game hunting lodge. It's situated beneath a waterfall in the lush mountains of Ethiopia, where rugged terrain opens up the long sight lines and a stealthy underwater pathway.
So we've seen some interesting stuff using the underwater pathway in this, and you're going to definitely see it in this match. Players going cross-map under the water, just jumping out onto the bomb site, able to surprise players planning or defusing the bomb. It's awesome to watch. You have to check so many areas. It's not going to be really predictable search and destroy. And I think, the bans and protects is going to be huge in this. What changes from game 1?
That's beautiful water
from
there.
The game mode? It's beautiful water. It looks great. You can probably swim.
Great vacation town.
Yeah, it's a hunting lodge. You wouldn't want a vacation there. But I'm going to get into the bans and protects voting here. See what Merc and Sensor do right off the rip.
All right, time to get going. Now we are going to see, again, the M8 going to be banned. It's going to be Sensor taking it off the map here. And again, these players, I know we're just starting to go live here with their gameplay, but they've been feeling each other out here for a little bit of time.
And then you're going to see Merc. He's going to protect Vision Pulse. So Vision
Tell
Pulse.
me why. Because we saw a wild play with it
pings
earlier.
the surrounding area and tags the location of all enemies within the range for a period of time. So we saw Tommy do some amazing things with that Gotaga. He's going to protect the Man of War for Buzzo. That's Buzzo's go-to gun. You're going to see Teep. He's going to ban the UAV. Doesn't want somebody on the opposing team to really just pick up some easy kills, get that streak right off the rip. So see what Flexi and Kiwi decide to do with their bans or protects.
Yeah, it's a common one we've seen. TP missed their objective, making sure the UAV not going to be involved. But next up, Flex going to be taking out 6 cents. We've still got 3 bans and protects left. And you saw the work getting done with the Annihilator and Hardpoint. Think about how much more effective it would be in SND.
Right before Tommy could get to protect it, Kiwi removes it from the game. So that's actually really big. Tommy, he's going to protect Glitch, which we saw some amazing stuff out of Sensor earlier today. He made one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. Buzzo, he's going to remove C4 from the game. Now we're going to have that specialist draft. Maven, which specialist do you expect to see in this one?
Honestly, we talked about Glitch, how amazing that has been, the plays that we've seen, players able to come up with. I typically would say an SND Annihilator, but we also, obviously, we saw that ban, so not going to really see that come to as much effect. Now, Rejack, I know we've talked about it a bit. Tell me why it's so popular, why I feel like that's going to be one we're going to be seeing in a lot of the game types.
Oh, it's just a great ability to have. You're able to recover from death. That smoke area pops up, you're able to get out, and then you give yourself another chance at it. TP's going to go with the Psychosis. That could be used on offense or defense, right? You could throw it out on defense, get some shots, see the mini-map, and then you're able to pinpoint where that player is. Kotaga going with the Vision Pulse. I was just going to say, I would have been surprised if Tommy didn't go with Vision Pulse there, and that's a smart play by Tommy. Able to pick that one.
Yeah, the Vision Pulse, we saw, was it Tommy, I think yesterday, or earlier today, actually made an amazing play with it, getting that vision, able to go huge. And then while we're loading into the game here, while they're editing their classes, kind of walk me through what Sensor did the other day with Glitch. It was one of the coolest things. I was screaming.
It's SND on HUD, and he's in the middle of the map. He has a specialist ability. There's a player using Reaper coming around the corner, knows where Sensor is. Sensor glitches as he gets hit. He goes to a building where he previously was, and then the guy with Reaper, he just looked like he had no idea what happened. He came around the corner, and he looked and he's like, he's not there. And Sensor was able to pick up the kill. I think it decided the map, so it was play.
Perfect. You just saw the other. You could see Sensor's point of view, and the other player just like head on a swivel. He's like, where did he go?
Yeah.
And the shots come in from behind. He gets cleaned up. I think it was like a 1v1 situation too. Players were going nuts. It was such a crazy play.
But you see how different the Specialist Strap and the Bans and Protects works from game mode to game mode.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
I mean, in SND, it's going to be completely different than what you would use in a respawn game mode. So it's just awesome to see that type of diversity in Call of Duty. And it's going to take a really good team leader, right? Somebody who does the study work on an opponent, knows what they like to use. And then it's going to create, players to be more versatile, right? I mean, if everyone knows you're going to be good with a gun, they're going to try and ban it right away. And then it comes to the point, well, do you want to waste one of your bans or protects on it?
Yep.
Is it worth it for your team?
Absolutely.
Or maybe you have another assault rifle that you're just as good at. Or maybe you can switch over to an SMG because there's an assault rifle one of your teammates is better at. So for team play and just strategy, it just adds so much depth to the game.
And just think back to Black Ops 2. We're talking S&D. Streaks that much more, I don't want to say that much more important, but the number of times you get them compared to a respawn make them that much more vital.
Right.
You may only get one shot at using some of these things. Now that you have the specialist to go with it, there's so much of this. I don't want this baiting game. When are they going to use it? When is it up? There's so much more dynamic.
You use it and lose the round. That is huge.
Oh yeah.
You need to win the round. You use those because it's huge for your team. We're going to jump right into the game. It seems like Merc busting out the sniper rifle here.
I mean, we have to start with Merc,
rip.
right?
Yeah. I mean, when somebody's rocking the sniper rifle, got to show that action. You see, he's got reject. He's got a pistol sidearm. What's he running for perks? Got overclock, fast hands, primary gunfighter as well. So he's going to have 3 attachments there. Dead silence. Back, you need it in SND with those footsteps, and see what he's going to do off the rip. He's going to go to this left side. I saw them doing this earlier. Maybe watch this. They're going to cover for Tommy as Tommy is going to try and run on the wall on the side of that bridge and get to the opposing side of the map. Catches Gotaga off guard there.
And that's incredible. Great stuff there. They're worried about the sniper of Merc. And then a lot of times where we've seen engagements here, can he get a second? No, going to get tagged on hit markers for days. A lot of these pushes, a lot of the engagements have been coming kind of by that. There's an area up here where Kiwi was covering. He was covering the B bomb site. As we'll see, it's going to be Flex who would attempt to get forward here and push this. But everyone's rotating back. They know the bomb's here. Merc's set up. He's got the pistol out. He's not in the best position because he had that sniper for this particular spot. But there it is.
My. Merc
Sorry,
picks off Kiwi with the sniper.
We'll see you next round, pal.
Yep, see you later, Kiwi. It's going to be a 3v2. And he's going to get a hit marker with the sniper rifle. Now going to like to push with that pistol. He's going to get taken out from behind. So it's going to be Buzzo. Last one alive here for Team Kiwi. It's going to be a round one.
Tagged up in Team TP. They take game 1. They're looking strong here in game 2. And you got to love that push by Merc and Tommy. You had them on the lower side of the minimap. Merc covering with that sniper. You called it perfectly. Tommy's going to use this wall run, get up close and personal, picks up the kill. Anything else that really stood out for you in that round other than Merc ripping off the pace of poor Kiwi? Welcome to Germany, Merc.
That was an amazing shot right there by Merc. See Team TP going to get that first round.
I'm going to jump over to the offensive side. Watching Gotaga here. I'm actually going to go to Kiwi because he's going to be your bomb carrier. As it looks like they're going to try and get aggressive on this B site. He's going to be tossing a grenade forward, able to get a hit marker, back him up. Let's see if he tries to get pushed forward and go for a quick plan here.
Well, it's so dangerous to go towards this B site, right? Because if there's a player on the defensive and over at A, they can actually jump into that water, get cross map so fast, jump up right up and surprise you. See Tommy on the left-hand side with TP, going to gain some support fire, going to be able to take out Gotaga there, and you see the man of war in the hands of Flex, and he's going underwater, Maven.
He's got that glitch to go as well. They've got the bomb planted. Can he make the sneaky play? He's going to get up here. You see it getting used. The hip fire coming in. It's going to be able to clean up the kill. That's all 4 down. That's going to be a defuse coming in, and it looks like he's actually going to leave it up to Tommy, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, Tommy probably going to get... Oh, look how close he is. He actually gets his specialist going in the next round, so that is huge. So you see Flexi has it, Tommy has it as well.
He drops it there for him.
So do they use it to go up 3-0? Do they save it in case the other team makes a comeback? That's where the strategy comes in with the specialist abilities.
All right, so far, we are 2 rounds in. You're seeing your round inning kill cam here, getting ready to go into round 3. You see Team TP already out to a 2-0 advantage, I believe, just due to time. We're going to be playing this, I believe, first to 4. So halfway is Team TP. Let's go over. I'm going to start off with the bomb carrier. TP is 3-0.
And he's got his psychosis. I think we stay on with TP and see if he likes to use it this round. This would be a good round to use it, right? They can go towards B. Maybe he throws it around this corner. Exactly what I was thinking. So now See, he's going to see the shots come in at the B-bomb site. That player is going to fall back, and it's going to look how passive that player has.
He's terrified right now.
Side.
Does it work as well as TP likes it to
Sensor
do?
pops out at the perfect time, able to take him out. Going to go crossment with Flexi. He's actually pretty weak, has that glitch ability, last one alive in a 1v3. I would not be surprised if he tries to use it this round, tries to clutch the situation. You know, you're already up 2-0. Maybe if he's able to get one. So he gets one. He's got the RC card. Does he elect to use it now, Maven?
I'd like to see him try. He's in a 1v2. You're on the stream. Can you be Mr. Clutch? You're 4-0, but not able to win that gunfight. Can't control the spray. Gonna lose that one to Buzzo. Buzzo, I mean, he's been winning a majority of his one-on-one gunfights. You saw another reason why they're just absolutely dismantling Flex. They're able to get on the board here.
And it just adds so many different, questions to your game, right? It's not only anymore, all right, which bomb site are we going? What class are we going to run? It's like, okay, now we have streaks. Now we have specialist abilities. It's like, well, when are we going to run them? Do you use them together? Do you use, a glitch to come out of the corner, then the Reaper ability, to throw those drones out there and really try and confuse the opposing team?
All right, let's hop on with Doug Sensor Martin, voted most likely to be in a reality show in 2016. We'll see if he can come up with some big plays. You see he does have his specialist ready.
Yeah, and it just seems like they're just trying to get a pick here. He's going to have one player cross map. Merc
nice shots coming in from
taken
Sensor.
Down by Sensor, though, but Merc was able to get to this round. It's going to be a 2v2. Flex and TP versus Sensor and Buzzo. See Teep going on that long flank. The RC car is out. See if he's able to pick one up. He's trying to get close, not able to do so. That RC car goes for a whirl right there. It's going to be Flex, the only one alive, as TP's taken out by Sensor.
Now we saw Flex trying to attempt a 1v3 last round, able to narrow it down to 1 versus 2 before he lost that gunfight with Buzzo. Let's see if he can do it here. He's got Sensor and his arch nemesis Buzzo to deal with right now.
Well, he didn't use his ability in the last situation. Does he use it now, or does he let the game potentially get to a 2-2? He's going to pick up one on bomb. Sensor right around the corner. Sensor able to win the gunfight. Going big right there for Team Kiwi. It's going to be all tied up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, and this is tied up 2-2 because Team Kiwi winning those one-on-one gunfights when it comes down to, you saw Buzzo win one, you saw Sensor winning it here. Accurate shots coming in to close it out. They tie it up 2-2.
So first to 4, Maven, right?
Yep, first to 4.
This would be a pivotal round for a team to win. You expect them to use, if they have a streak, if they have a specialist ability, this is where you think the round would come into play.
Well, let's stay with TP then. He has it up. He's going to have the bomb. No, actually, I'm sorry. Bomb is going, or switch over to TP. He's going to have the bomb. We'll actually stay with Flex, though, because he hasn't used it yet. He's held on to it for several rounds now. Is this something you use early, or you wait for that one-on-one, maybe 2v1 situation?
I mean, that glitch ability, you want to use it when you feel like you're going to die in that gunfight. He's going to come directly to the right-hand side of Buzzo, able to pick him up. So huge first blood right there. He's going to get shot from behind. Didn't have an opportunity to use his ability.
That's what I was wondering. As soon as I saw the player flanking on the minimap, I was like, is he going to try this out?
Sensor has his as well. So if he gets pushed by the second player, maybe he decides to use it. TP too fast, though, out of the water. That was such a great bait by Team TP. You see Merc. He's going to get taken out, uses that reject ability, come back to life. That is a huge play right there.
Yeah, if he wins this 1v2 after the reject, that would be so sick. He's got the snipe. He's trying to push up. He has a player right to his left. Can he get the kill with the pistol? The hip fire not going to get it done. They'll be able to get the defuse. That's going to be Kiwi on it. And that was, what, a 2-0 lead for Team TP? Yeah. Now back-to-back rounds here for Team Kiwi. They're one away from closing it out.
Flexi doesn't use his glitch ability. Merc burns his right there, burns his rejack. Now, Team TP doesn't really have much to work with. I believe Sensor still has his specialist abilities, so if they want to, they can really kind of go for the kill this round and put this game away.
Well, that's what you're talking. That's what we were talking about earlier. Kind of, you get that lead. Do you want to use them early and just shut them out? Just snowball this, close it out. They decide not to. They decide to save them for these clutch moments.
Different teams will have different mindsets on when to use these things. There won't be a right way. There won't be a wrong way. It's just kind of player preference. And you see Buzzo has that Reaper ability, going to bust a sniper rifle out. And this is going to be great because he's going to be able to just throw those drones out there and then just be able to poke out with the sniper rifle, pick one player off.
We'll see if he's going to be able to get eyes on anyone. I believe across the way is going to be Merc. He hasn't got a line of sight on him yet. It's actually Merc that's going to be using the wall climb. He's going to try and get up, comes in the window, not able to win the gunfight. He's going to lose that one. You got to love the bit of parkour there coming out of Merc trying to get forward. That's going to be Sensor able to win the gunfight. They have a 4 versus 2 advantage right now. If they can win this round, they'll be able to take game number 2. watching. Sensor, he's getting forward. I'm going to switch over to Kiwi, the bomb carrier. He needs Sensor to get them.
But he's got an
Needs a
RC
little bit of
car
help.
as well. So Kiwi's got streaks, has his specialist. You know, his team is in a much better spot to win this game. And look how sneaky TP is right now, Maven. Don't want to spoil it to 4v1. Oh, he was going for the ninja defuse right there. Gets taken out.
You got to try it, right?
Yeah, you got it.
You're in the 1v4. TP tries to sneak the ninja in. Unfortunately, Kiwi set up, too smart, ready to close it down.
Well,
Picks up
he
the
had his psychosis ability. Maybe he would have been able to throw that out on bomb, get one player to just run over there, just maybe shoot at it, catch somebody off guard. Might have been the time to use it right there. But the 1v4, really, nothing you could do about it.
All right, so game 2 in the books. Team Kiwi down early, 0-2. They rip, 4 straight, and they're able to win the game there. I guess what stood out for you, was that more they got their stuff together, or was it the fact that Team TP got up early? They didn't really use their specialist abilities early. They didn't
really use them to their full effect.
Okay.
Right? You know, they got them, they didn't use them together, didn't kind of combine them in one round to really solidify a victory. They just kind of used them one by one, and ended up hurting.